Oh, huh? I upgraded pumps. Another trip to Ace Hardware because I'm an idiot. Hey Turtle Nerds, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about some leaks that I was having in the pond and how I went step by step to figure out where they were and how I rectified the issue. The word rectify will never not be funny to me. Also how I upgraded pumps and made the pond, also how I streamlined the pump how do I put this? I upgraded pumps. I made the whole thing more efficient, the system more efficient. Before we get started with today's video though, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Hit that little subscribe button and the bell notification thingy. You need to get updated when I upload. It helps to support the channel, and if you want to go that extra step to support me and everything that I'm doing here, make sure that you guys head to my Patreon and join this list of amazing people. I have all kinds of exclusive content there, and I go over video topics before I actually come out with them. I'll answer any and all of your questions if you DM me, no matter how big or small. And if you just need anything or just want to talk, you can hit me up there, and I promise I respond to every single person. So with that fun stuff out of the way, let's get started with what the problem was with the pond. If you guys remember, a couple weeks back, I had a video on how I had a whole bunch of algae in this pond and a whole bunch of sludge that was everywhere. The issue with that is that it sort of ties together with the issue of a leak in the pond. What would happen is all that algae and string algae and whatnot would get trapped in my skimmer. When it would get caught in the skimmer, it wouldn't allow as much water to pass into the back chamber where my two pumps were housed. This was a problem because then the water level would drop below the pump, and then it would stop pumping the water and start sucking air and making loud crunching noises. Pumps need to be underwater. Submersible pumps need to be underwater. So I did a big clean out and everything was cool. Everything was kosher for a little while, but then like a bad X, that algae came back even stronger and more vengeful than before, and it took over the pond once again and was clogging up my skimmer. So this time what I did, because I'm an absolute legend, I thought to myself, why am I using two pumps when I can just use one and consolidate and then just upgrade the pump? So I did some fancy PVC work that's not actually that fancy. Took a little T here, put a reducer right there, that goes to the main line, that's the main waterfall that fuels that, and then I have this little 1-inch line that goes and runs that little waterfall and this little stream right here. So in order to make sure that the flow on both of them is really good, I upgraded pumps. There's a 3,600 gallon an hour pump running right now, and this beast is 5,000 gallons an hour. I am very excited to get this thing going. It's the same brand as the one that I have currently running, but just, 1,500 more gallons an hour. All right, so let's get this bad boy opened up. It came with some fun little extras. This little thing for a hose that goes to 1-inch or directly to 2-inch. And this little external basket that you can use to prevent debris from getting in the pump. These things kind of suck though. And then here's all the garbage. Before I get started replacing that pump though, we need to talk about how this ecosystem was leaking in a lot of different spots. Number one was right over here. The liner was not high enough and this rock pushed down and the water was coming out this way. Number two was right over here, so I reinforced it with just a little bit of granite. It was coming out a little bit over there, a little bit over there, but the main spot that I didn't see for a while was right back here. These lilies pushed the liner down, their roots pushed the liner down, and they infiltrated into the bog, so there was just a constant leak of water coming out this way. That was leak 1 through 4 or 5. That got the majority of the leaks gone. But then there was the major leak. I got in the pond to clean out all the algae and whatnot, and I checked. You could see the liner right there. The liner goes above the bricks all the way around. So why would the pond not be able to hold water up past the bricks? It just couldn't for some reason, and the water kept going down really far and settling. My thought was somewhere the liner behind the brick there got pushed down and the water would just spill out until it got down to its normal level. So where's the first place that I looked? Well, while I was cleaning out the algae and doing another big clean out, right over there at that roughly 350 pound piece of wood, the liner underneath there was pushed 3 inches down. So I lifted that stump up and then I unfolded the liner back there and just made sure that it was well above the water level. And now my leak was fixed. Or so I thought. The water kept kind of going down, about a ½ inch every day. The most obvious spot, I pulled away all the rocks over here. I have my PVC coming out of this liner, and in order to get it out of the liner, I cut a slit, but this slit was like, the whole thing is just a little too close to the water's edge for my liking. And so sure enough, I pulled it back, and this is basically just letting water spill out. You can see it's all wet there right now. And I pulled all of this up, but eventually over time, it all settled back down, and the past couple days, it's been leaking again. So how do I fix this? Waterfall foam. And just, you know, foam all the way around that pipe, and that will expand and prevent water from going back behind the liner. What? Look at them. Look at those two. Oh, hi, look at these two. First step, get this pump out of here and replace it with this beautiful, beautiful piece of equipment. So this old fitting, this old piece that I had on the old pump, guess what? This pump is small and it sucks. And look at the size of it compared to this one. The only issue is that this does not fit. So for the second time today, I have to make another trip to Ace Hardware because I'm an idiot. Have this piece, and so hold on, come apart like my parents' relationship. This fits nice and good. Okay, now that that's on, we need to reduce it down to 1.5 inches. That's what she said. Come on. They literally fit in the store. Come on. There we go. Okay, time to get it in the skimmer and see how she runs. Okay, so my little contraption is gonna work. Bum, 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 bum. Let's try that again. Hopefully we don't hear a big pop, which would be a pipe busting. Break! All right, maybe I'll just glue it. Do it. So now literally 2 hours later, this stupid thing is glued. But now we will switch out the old pump with the new pump. And so let's get a good shot actually. So let's see how the waterfall is flowing before I change everything up. So before I change out the pump, it's not bad. I also need to clean up some of the algae and whatnot that's on there. The waterfall, you know, it's not flowing too bad. Not great, but it's definitely not bad. And then down here, we just got this one like little stream coming off of my mini stream right over here. The new pump is in. Not as nice as I feel like it could have been. I mean, it's a lot of flow coming over, which is awesome. The issue is that I can't have this running now, the smaller pond. I'm probably gonna try to let this dry overnight and then go about and foam it tomorrow.
The next day.
It's very windy, so I'm just gonna voice over and explain what I'm doing later. I mean, I think that's good. I don't want to overdo it. All right, final spot. I don't care if it's a gelatinous mess, as long as it's watertight. Day 3. Let's take a look at the foam from yesterday and see how it's all settled in. It looks just right. So there's a bunch right there, there's some right in there, and then it creates that like big bubble that I just take a razor blade and pull it off. Okay, awesome. Let's go get this plugged in. Flipper, please get out of the skimmer, doll. Climb over here and see how the new waterfall is gonna look. Check that out. That looks great. No more water getting out from behind. And here comes the main waterfall. Let's see how it looks. Come on. Oh, I gotta move this some rocks in the way. That is a lot of power. Pretty good. So now after everything's all said and done, we have that beautiful waterfall, a nice big sheer with a lot of water volume coming over those falls. And my second waterfall, which is smaller and doesn't have as much water volume going over it, but much more than before. And now that is one single sheet of water coming down. Rather, before it was like broken up into two and it was so annoying. And I had to like put slate in the middle to push more water on either side. Otherwise it would backtrack and start leaking. So it was really bothersome, but now it looks beautiful. And I'm really excited about this. And the main waterfall looks like infinitely better than it did before. I am one happy camper. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this might help you guys understand how liner will settle and a pond will like settle over time and make you more aware of these issues and leaks and things that might happen to you. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.